sent it to you, I don't get invites. If you don't get them either, then we need to send it at the same time.
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. What? 14, 14. 81. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Hold up. One flood. Watch the eye. 2-6. Back. Check 59, Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch one. Here we go. Watch out. Touch 50.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. 22.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike. 315. Hey, check. Hey, we got time right. Good job right there. We got 4.
Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
You have 2 safeties in the box. Get one out.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there.
Last and final warning. 2 safeties cannot be in the box unless during certain situations. Please see league rules if you're having trouble comprehending. 2 safeties cannot be in the box.
2-yard gain.
Sean Boating on the tackle. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Wallace. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike one. Set the tone, defense.
On the run, this is Jackson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Let's get it. Mike. 380. I got him.
Yes, they were, bro. They were in the box.
Tight ends right. 4 down. Check.
If you like, I'm more than happy to draw you a picture of what a box looks like on a defense.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Don't fucking play with me because I get too many complaints about you cheating already.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, Taylor trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got his open man. It's Carr. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On your team. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, touchdown number 15 of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it.
Wilson's pass complete to DK Metcalf. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good with their...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert airing this one out for... And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Let's get off the field.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
19.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Go. 25. Check 25.
To throw again is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
On the set.
45.
From the gun, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Friday.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him.
No
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Ready up.
45. Mike, 45. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Topper. Go.
He completes it to Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run, but catch the football consistently.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Wilson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, alert!
2nd and 10 now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Watch one. All day.
Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. The ball comes out, and will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Ready.
Now they try the right side here. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hard.
They'll run it here with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll go with Murphy here on 1st down. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, D.
Here's Murphy again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 41, Seahawks 6.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again here with Murphy. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. All day, dog. Let go.
Murphy trying to pick it up on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have scored to grab the lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Murphy. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Now.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike, 45. Here we go, here we go.
Now here's Murphy. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check. Hey, Jet. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Murphy, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Down. 10-2 stop. 80 weapon. Rush in. Shoot.
On 3rd down, it's Murphy. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run again with Jackson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Jackson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that punt.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll hit Jackson complete, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 41, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, It's Jackson, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Chef, chef, chef.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. Be alert, be alert.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Deep grip, deep grip. Go, go, run, run, run.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Murphy, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Got it. Set. Ready. 60 yards. That's what I do. Let go.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Murphy. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Marr is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Push him back. Push right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
That's trash.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put